Merry Christmas, Aries. Just doing our weekly reading. This week we are looking at, just general messages for Christmas. Like I said, Merry Christmas. It is currently Christmas Day when I'm uploading this video. So I hope everyone is enjoying the day, having a good one. The reading will sort of cover a couple of days either side, all right? But just some general sort of messages. See if there's anything important you need to know about for the Christmas season. Uh, Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. It really does help the channel. So thank you so much. We have the magical messages from the fairies oracle, the jester lenormand, as well as the love angels oracle. Okay, so getting into it for you, Aries. Aries, messages for Christmas. Anything Aries needs to know about Christmas or for Christmas. General messages for Aries. Your desire is within reach, Aries. Have faith. Everything is working in your favor. Okay, so there is the need for you to just have a little bit of faith this Christmas that everything is going to work out the way that you need and want it to. Your desires are so close you can almost touch them, Aries. Some of you definitely are going to be, getting the gift that you wanted for Christmas, that sort of thing. I'm definitely getting those sorts of things coming through. But it's also here, there's an energy of next year coming through very heavily here as well, where it's kind of like all the things that you've been trying to set yourself as goals, they are closer than you think. You may be achieving those goals sooner than you think. So I feel like next year there is going to be a lot of things that you do desire that you are sort of closing in on, Aries. And it's also this energy of because I am picking up an energy of a person here as well. Somebody that you desire, Aries. It's kind of an energy of reaching out and grabbing it. It's within reach. So all you got to do is just reach out. Interesting. Aries, Christmas messages for Aries. Anything Aries needs to know in regards to Christmas time. Is that one particular instance or multiple for Aries, please? Is that one particular instance or multiple? Clarify, please. Aries. I am seeing some strong sort of messages coming through. It does, we have the heart on the bottom of the deck here. And that's exactly what this sort of feels like. It does feel like we are looking at some desires of yours when it comes to love. Firstly, we have the garden that has popped out here. The garden is a lot of social stuff. And that's why I was kind of asking if this is one instance or multiple. I do feel like for a lot of you, this is talking about multiple instances. It's kind of like every time that because this is my date card. It talks about meeting new people, meeting up with people, trying to meet people halfway and compromise with people on things. It can also talk about, just the social aspect, getting out and about a little bit more, that sort of thing. But we are seeing the this is the whip. Okay, in this deck it is a broom. So it shows me that there's been some trouble. I'm not necessarily feeling like this is specific to Christmas itself here, Aries. I feel like this is, your thoughts. You seem to be very heavily thinking about the things that you desire this Christmas, and the trouble that you've had reaching these desires. This kind of feels like, every time you meet up with somebody new, it just doesn't work out for you the way that you were hoping. Every time you try to, there may be some trouble with compromising, and not being able to find a compromise, a middle ground. Maybe not being able to meet up with people when you're wanting to meet up with people, and it kind of, causes a bit of trouble, a bit of tension here, with love and the process of love. When I've asked if that's one or multiple, we do have the crossroads. So it does sort of feel as though this is multiple paths are kind of like you're kind of going in the wrong direction a few times here, Aries, and you've chosen certain roads that are just not leading you to where you really want to be, to those desires. And it just seems to be very heavy on your mind over Christmas here. It's kind of this energy of maybe needing to take a few steps back and go back to that path that you missed, or because we also have the flowers here as well. So a lot of these troubles and tensions and drama definitely do seem to be a lot to do with compromising and meeting people halfway, whether that's on your end or theirs. It's kind of very unreciprocal energy. It's like you're giving more than you're receiving, and it's causing you some drama, some conflict. For some of you, it could be, like every time you're sort of trying to meet up with people, get out and about in public, something's kind of happening. There's some sort of drama or fighting around you, or involving you even, where it's kind of, once again, you're giving to the wrong path here, choosing the wrong path for yourself, choosing the wrong people that you're unable to find that middle ground with, you're unable to compromise with. Why is this coming through as a Christmas message for Aries? Because we have the ring there, showing us how this is related to your Christmas message. It's because, you are sort of, Christmas is sort of making you think about the cycles, the patterns that you seem to be repeating. It seems to be that you're stuck in a little bit of a loop here. And every time, something like Christmas comes around, it kind of feels like you're looking at, where was I last Christmas? What happened last Christmas? What happened the Christmas before? What happened the Christmas before? Why am I, in the same loop? Why am I stuck in the same cycles? Why is Christmas the same for me every single year? Kind of energy here. It's kind of like maybe reflecting on the relationships and where you stand with relationships. It's because it's kind of, rather than Christmas, it's kind of giving that New Year's resolution type of thing, where it's kind of like, I need to get out of this pattern. Noticing the pattern, and seem to just be in a very reflective energy here, Aries. How does this lead Aries to the understanding that their desire is within reach. How does this lead Aries to the understanding that their desire is within reach? We have the Child there. So it's kind of making you kind of realize that you need to have a bit of a new beginning here. Go back and find that new road, that, start walking that path that you've maybe been avoiding, that you took a detour around that path. You chose one path and not another. So there's maybe some sort of new beginning here. Going back and just seeing it as part of the adventure. It's all part of the adventure. It's not necessarily that you've taken the wrong path. It's just that, this path was not expected. And so, it's okay to turn around and go back to, a junction point and try a different path. Find another path you can walk here, Aries. It's kind of looking at things very innocently, trying to put an innocent spin on it, like a fresh, young child look on things that, it's okay. I can go back. I can try again. And I could, I'm being given this opportunity to learn and grow. And, I'm still, I'm still this babe in the woods, and maybe I've gotten lost on the path, but I can go back and choose another path and try again. And next time I do, I'm just going to have that faith that everything is working in my favor. And, maybe I needed to walk this wrong path so I could kind of see which path is the right path, so that when I do go back, I can find it. It's kind of that, it's giving Hansel and Gretel, like there's breadcrumbs that kind of lead you back to the right path somewhere here. I do feel like there's little, like I'm getting like the Hansel and Gretel like breadcrumbs thing, where it's like you've dropped hints along the way. You know how to get back to this. It's just you've got to reach out and take it. Any other messages for Aries this Christmas? Any other messages for Aries this Christmas? Pay attention to the signs, Aries. So yeah, going back, that's those breadcrumbs I was just talking about. That there is signs. There has been signs of which path you were supposed to take, but it's kind of like you ignored the signs. There was a big sign that said, Aries, go this way. The synchronicities you've been noticing are not coincidences, and you were kind of like, yeah, I can see that path has got all the synchronicities, the things that kind of add up. But do you know what? For some reason, I'm just going to try this other path. You kind of knew you were, like, I feel like a lot of you were avoiding a certain path here, avoiding the signs that were sort of trying to point you in the right direction. And you're like, yeah, I can see that there's a lot of signs saying that that's the right direction. But do you know what? I'm feeling adventurous. I'm going to try over here instead. And that hasn't worked out for you, unfortunately. And now you're sitting here at Christmas sort of looking back over the relationships and the love and just realizing that, you know what, maybe it's time I do go back to that other path. Because, there was a lot of desire and passion for a lot of you along that other path. And it's time for a new beginning. With that child energy here, it's time for a new beginning, which we are seeing with this card as well. New love, a new chapter begins, whether it's with a new partner or in a current situation. So, that's that new chapter, going back and starting that path over again, choosing a new path to walk here, because you're trying to break that cycle. You don't want to have next Christmas be looking back and going, damn it, I'm back here again. Damn it, I'm back here again. How many Christmases are you going to sit here and reflect on this cycle, that you've been stuck in this loop where, something about, having trouble, tension, you're fighting equal give and take here in some way. Very interesting message, Aries, but it is a little bit generalized and individual to each of you there. It's not giving me sort of specifics as such. So you may want to check your other placements as well, or keep an eye out for the next All Signs readings. There might be something in those for you as well, Aries. But that's what we have today. You're more than welcome to check those other placements. Please subscribe. Have an awesome Christmas, guys, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you've done for Christmas. If you've met up with family, if you've been out and about in public, or if you've had a quiet one to yourself. Me myself, quiet one. My child won't be even home until the afternoon, so I'm having naps. That's my plan for Christmas, naps. Okay, but you have a great one, Aries, and I'll see you all again soon.